sure to hit the like, share this content, let a friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Come on, baby. As they say, one thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We're stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Cowboys training camp battles needed, plus more. More and more. More and more. Come on, baby. There ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Law Nation's groove? From my studios, hotel law to yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best of hits and overs. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Give me a 1 in the chat. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Come on. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone that's watching this particular episode. And we will give you guys some coverage of the practice. It's about an hour and 30 minutes away from here before practice kick off. And I just want to give you guys my thoughts on a few things. The Cowboys did bring in 2 edge rushers to help solidify the depth portions of it. My guy Corey Crooms, since we last spoken, he would not be on the team. They waived him due to an injury, which is sad. And I got a chance to meet up with his people and everything, and that's a very sad occasion. But that goes with the territory, right? And unfortunately, that's what football is a brutal spot and nothing guaranteed, especially when you are one of those undrafted guys. And he was making waves, by the way. But that goes with it. And another news that I want to hit on is, and I think I went too far into my details here. Hold on, boom. Let me click around here. I want to talk about rankings. And this is more fluff, but this is also more of like, of course, everyone have a reason. Results are what matter. People say, hey, these things don't matter. And then, down the stretch, when you're looking for something, you say, hey, he was ranked this and he was ranked that, right? And we would prefer wins in the playoffs and going to the Super Bowl. But it hit me, man, the other day when people saying that they don't want to show up to camp or they don't want to show up to Cowboys facilities and they don't want to show up for the Cowboys because of the outcome of the postseason. And when I hear it, I feel in a different type of way. And it rubs me the opposite way because Tyler Guyton didn't have to do with that. Tyler Guyton didn't have nothing to do with us not showing up in the postseason, right? MK didn't have nothing to do with us not showing up in the postseason, right? So you would hold back your support because you and your feelings. That's how I feel. Like, I feel that that's fickle to me. I feel that those people who got the opportunity, who have the time to show up and refuse to show up because of somebody else, because of the owner, or because of the whatever's going on with the front office, back office, I feel that y'all are fake to me, because if I want somebody to roll with me and you saying you support me, you got to support me through my tough times and my rough times, not just when we winning. And that's where I'm hearing that the people that's really out here that got the opportunity, I'm not saying go beyond your way, by the way, But if you have the chance and opportunity to support the young guys like the Cooper BBs of the world, the people that had nothing to do with that Green Bay thing. Damn it, are there Browns fans still showing up? Let me know. I just want somebody to be real and roll with me and rock with me through the tough times, the thick times, the thin times, and all of the times. Ain't that right, Stephen Carroll? Nothing but the best. Keep being knowledgeable and inspiration, and content. Appreciate you, bro. Come on with it, man. Yeah. Yeah.
What more do you want from me?
That's my guy, Stephen Carroll. Right. I want some real stuff, man. Look, man, y'all be crying and moaning about the Green Bay Packers and Green Bay wanting to be in our spot. Although they beat us, they still want to be where we at. Yeah. So I feel crazy, man, when I'm with these faint of heart type of people. Rev, $2. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your support. Josh, thank you so much for your support. Yeah. I mean, I get it, man. I understand you're angry, you're upset. We fell out. We hit our head, we bumped our knee, we hit our toe on the end of the edge of the coffee table, and that will make anybody cuss, right? But you don't burn the whole house down because you stumped your toe on the edge of the coffee table. So I just need for y'all to get out of it. Get out of y'all feelings. And get back to supporting this team. Them players have nothing to do with Jerry Jones. And, of course, you want to send a message saying that I'm not going to show up. Well, I'll be damned. Them dudes are billionaires. It's not going to hurt his bottom line of us not showing up to Oxnard, California. The city paid him to be there. And there's still more and more opportunities for the city to still make money because they locked into a 10-year contract. So the money is already counted. And the little small victory of them losing the NFL Sunday ticket thing, I'm telling y'all can't outsmart 32 billionaires with a B. All they did was slid the judge a few dollars, and guess what they did?
FBI, open up!
Hey, we gonna overturn, the rulings, and the NFL did nothing wrong. Because you know what happened? Them judges, when they woke up the next day, it was about 3 or 4 offers that they couldn't refuse, and they said, oh yeah, we will overturn. Oh, you put another 0 on that? Yeah, we'll overturn that. Yeah, man. So all I'm saying is get back and get focused, man, and support the guys. They had nothing to do. Zeke wasn't even here last year. He had nothing to do. So support number 15 while he's here. You never know. Support goes a long way. That's all I'm saying. So these battles, and I'm just battling the fans on our fickleness, or on some of you guys' fickleness, that only ride with us when we win it. So we beat Green Bay and we lose the next week, that you'll be feeling a little bit better. Or if you beat Green Bay, you beat 49ers and you lose in the Super Bowl, you'll be a little bit better. Then you'll support your team, right? Right? But if we lose, you don't support? Oh, okay, all right, I understand. Yeah. So money equals power, Jerry. Jerry Jones, no. Those are killer shades, man. Where you get those? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, bro. And shout out to you, Jay Versick, and appreciate you. Smoke one for you.
Nobody does it better.
What else they do?
They can come closer than close, yeah. Original, they never will be.
But what was weird energy to me is that, of course, this is a thing that's voted by their peers and a few coaches and a few other folks that's here. That is weird energy. He's 17th, ranked 9th the season before. Now he dropped a few, and I said this is wild. Granted, he still had the same levels of production that he had last season. the season before that, but somehow it changed the scale because everybody remembering Green Bay, right? Green Bay has been such a stick in the mud with the not college base, but which the Cowboys fan base will always remember, right? And I get it. Everyone, we feel bad about that particular loss. Trick says, "Let's go, Dak." A top 5 QB on Madden, though. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the. I got 2 things I want to talk about, but I want to go over what Brandon Laurie had chopped up. And shout out to him. If you're not following his Twitter page or his Twitter thread, you're missing out on some marvelous content. And let me go right here, and I'm gonna share this, and we're gonna paste it in the chat area there, and we will see. Trick says, "Let's go, Dak at top 5. Appreciate you." And Faust says, "What's up, Law? I will always support my team. I'm tired of the Joneses running things. Die hard. DC for life. How about them Cowboys?" Yeah. Yeah. And that's where your allegiance should be, you know. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, there's always rules, there's always regulations. There's always the ops. There's always something that you got to go up against. You just gotta renew your mind, man. You just gotta be not conformed to these worlds or these worldly and earthly things, but you just gotta renew your mind. You got to transform yourself into, hey, this is what I'm rooting for. This is where I'm going for. This is what I'm leaning on. You can't just be sitting back here in misery. Because what it does is it will put a mindset not just on the players, but on the fans, and it trickles down to the players. Next week, y'all can be all of y'all feelings, and then the Rams people, they come over here and moving furniture around and treating us like softies, right? Because we didn't even support the team that we supposed to represent. And that team, the Rams, they didn't do anything in the postseason. They didn't win a Super Bowl, right? But their fan base is just as juvenile. They just as happy. And they're saying, okay, we're going to whoop y'all ass, right? We had Raiders guys to come up into our stadium and our mix and mingle with our fans. Say, give me CD Lamb. You don't want to pay CD? Give me CD. You don't want Dak? Give me Dak. Oh, yeah. Refresh your mind like computers, right? So that's just how that goes. Let me play this right here.
I wanted to pick your brain on the run game a little bit because you are. I mean, I've always thought from your dad and with you, you've always had a good running game everywhere you've gone. And it seems like right now, everyone from the Shanahan tree is having a tremendous success. And you talk about the outside zone. But for you, depending on your offensive line and your runner, what can you do from a coaching standpoint to try and help them have more success and give you some advantage in the run game?
Yeah, I think here's what's crazy about the league right now. What we see defenses trying to catch up. What do I mean by that? We've always been the ones that control what I call the rules of engagement, which means we pick the personnel, we pick the formation, we pick the motion, we pick the shift, we pick we pick everything. And so run or pass. And what you see from defenses now is the multiplicity of defenses that we're seeing and the amount of fronts that we're having to block has made it a lot harder. And so what we believe as a staff and what we want to be is we want to be multiple. And our multiplicity should help us attack the entire field, right? Whereas, again, a lot of the Shanahan guys, I mean, I remember watching Mike and his guys run it, to perfection with Terrell Davis and those guys, the outside zone. But we want to be multiple, and we're going to run our outside zones, but we're going to have a little inside zone, and we're going to get the ball on the perimeter. And here comes Cavante Turpin, and he's going to get, we just feel like that helps you stay ahead of the curve.
Well, one of the things that I want to highlight here is Turpin. Oh my gosh. And he's not tipping the hat off or strategy off. But this season, during the camps or what have you, I'm seeing that little guy in the backfield line up at the running back spot. And that's what he's saying, stretching his team. I mean, giving his team some different looks. And Zim is doing a crazy great job of giving the Cowboys fits on offense, because when you try to install and implement something, not saying that we're in a installment phase, right? Not saying that. But what I'm saying is when you're trying to do something a little different and you're having these type of like newness of the linebackers, temperaments, they're shooting through gaps. They're coming down and filling. Whereas we didn't do that last season. It was like, oh, wait. And then when the guy in my territory, then we shoot, then we hit, then we rally. Right? These guys are fitting holes. These guys are switching. Whereas you think he's coming through A or B gap, and now he's flipping his hips and he's in the sinkhole. Right? So or he's in the hook, or he's running, beating his feet to the flat, So we are seeing that from the defense, but also I'm seeing some chess moves from the offense of them opening it up with a Cavante Turpin, with hey, I'm going to go 12 personnel set, and I'm going to use not Ferguson as the deep tight end, but I'm using Schoonmaker as the deep, right? And that's what I like to see, is that just when he said multiples, right? I do like that. Now, granted, we all love the results of what Kyle Shanahan's been doing, because that particular tree, they've been getting all of the fame. All of the fame. They haven't been getting no rings, though, which is cool. They've been getting all of the fame, though. I don't know why they don't translate to rings, but the Shanahan system been one of the things that a lot of people been talking about, right? Because it's very, very nice to see. And I think McVay was the last Shanahan tree type of system, and you can say that those are like brothers because they similar to their age range. But Sean McVay and Shanahan, that's the last ring. But and you saw what it took for them to get that ring too. A plethora of weapons. But what I'm trying to say, don't want to get off the point here, is the NFL is a copycat league, and sometimes you can be ahead of the curve, sometimes you can be behind. And if this system works to its perfection, the Cowboys might find themselves ahead of the curve. Keep in mind, put that butter knife down. Put that mother-sucking butter knife down. Don't shank me with it. Come on with it. Come on. Don't shank me with it. Come on. But hear me out.
Shame.
Swayze says, how did Zeke and the 5'4" guy look? Well, speaking of the 5'4" guy, he'd been held out of practice due to a hammy, so he pulled a hammy, and it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for them to get back into the folds there with a hammy. Yeah. So you're gonna have to stretch and pull that hamstring out, and that's for Deuce Vaughn. But Zeke been looking okay. But here's what I want to say. You can probably find this team ahead of the curve if this particular situation worked. Law, what are you talking about? Who was the number one offense last season? Who was the top? Well, let me say not number one, because we were number one in certain metrics. But who was the top 3, top 4 offense last season? Can y'all put that name of that team? Can y'all put the name of the team down? You can name me the top 4 offenses last season, right? Chiefs, Dallas, right? You can throw Miami in there, right? Right. Who's the other team probably was up there? I know Cowboys, 49ers. 49ers was another team, right? All right. So Cowboys was in there. Now, Detroit been running their system for a minute. Miami been running their system for a minute. The Niner gang been running their system for a minute. The Chiefs been running their system for almost a decade, right? Now, who just implemented their particular system last season? I need to know. I want to know. I got to know who implemented their system for the first time last season, right? And just let me know. I need to know. I want to know. Okay, Cowboys, you know, you guys are very smart. You guys are very, 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 very intelligent. So what I'm saying is that you got a system that was implemented year one and was in certain metrics, they were number one, right? And in most metrics, they were number one. But we can say that that system was implemented last year and it became the number one, number two, number three, number four system, technically speaking. Here's the craziest thing of it all. It was number one without a damn run game. That's crazy, huh? Because it was still being installed, right? So now they got the pieces with the O-line, not saying that we're going to be by far running for 1,500 yards, 1,600 yards, but now you got your offensive line. So the battles are very, very much needed, right? So that we can go through all of this. We got a chance now without CeeDee Lamb to see some of the guys grow. We got a chance to see Schoonmaker grow this offseason. We got a chance to see Jalen Tolbert grow, Jalen Brooks grow. Hey, this dude number 13, he's mean. Billy Johnson, he's growing. It's because due to the absence of another wide receiver, he getting more tech, he getting more reps at this. So here's what I'm trying to say in departing, because I got to get ready for this this camp. Don't spoil what we have now by desiring the things that you don't have. Because at one point in time, we dreamed for this. We pretty much wanted this particular system. We wanted to be able to move the ball at ease. We wanted concepts, principles. But it's getting installed. Steve Simcoe. I'm seeing the usage of Kevontae Turpin in the backfield. I'm seeing the usage of even Ezekiel Elliott running through A gap and B gap, bouncing it to the outside. I'm seeing the running back by committee. Here's the thing. We don't have any household names at running back. That's the only thing. It's the element of the unknown. It's because we didn't go out there and grab somebody that somebody can just make the needle move far as, a name, a rookie.
Well, what I'm saying is that there are known knowns and that there are known unknowns, but there's also unknown unknowns. Things we don't know that we don't know. Simply because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
Right. So this is not me just stirring the Kool-Aid and shoot. Get your butt out here. You know, if you want to counter, come on out here to these training camps and see with your natural eyes, right? Go look with your own natural eyes and seeing how this team move. And it's a good thing because you can also look at the defense. You know, you can't go by somebody else saying that Overshown is looking good when you go out there and you seeing it for yourself and you seeing Overshown shooting through A gap, flipping his hips, getting back on defense and being in the hook area. It's okay to understand from a few highlight clips that, 41 is nice. But what about those off plays when he's working his hands and he's working his feet, he's driving his leg down, and then he's making sure that no one is getting the max amount of separation, right? So it's a different story. So that's all I'm trying to tell y'all. So here's my thoughts. These battles heading into this pad day, I can't wait to see who else is going to rise to the top, because David Durden, he got a chance to step it up. On top of that, when you think of it, even Schoonmaker to a degree is doing his thing and paying dividends. And there go Turpin right there. I'm telling y'all, man, you don't have to take my word for it. I get it, right? We want to be doom and gloom and still be mad about Green Bay. But here's the thing about life. It continue to move. It continue to rotate. the world will not stop because of your feelings, right? And here's the other thing. When we posted the video of Dak Prescott giving 9 touchdowns, some people in the comments said, well, the pessimistic people, not talking about my guy Big Game James, because that's his name, pessimistic games, James, but nah, I'm just talking about the other people in general. Well, anybody can do that. Anybody can do 9 touchdowns in red zone drills. Well, damn it. Why Cooper Rush didn't do 9 touchdowns if anybody could do it, right? And why Trey didn't do 9 touchdowns if anybody could do it. So there should have been, what's 9 times 3? Somebody with the quick math, what's 9 times 3? I know the answer, but I want to know, do y'all know? There should have been that many touchdowns out there. Yeah, it should have been all of those touchdowns if anybody can do it, right? So let's stop that. That's what it burns me all the time. Hey man, anybody can do that. 27. Look at all my guys. Jared says 21. I believe Jared in the world of worlds. That's the real Jerry Jones right there. Yeah. There should have been 27 touchdowns. I should have been able to look up. Y'all should have been saying.
Look at this law.
Oh, look at this, man. Trey done had 9 touchdowns on them fools. Cooper Rush done had 9.5, Anybody can do that. I can't wait for Dak to leave. Jeez. Hey, to a degree, boy, if anything, y'all got us in the middle right there. More touchdowns, more money I have to pay out. Okay, Jerry, I get what you said. But here's the thing, though. And then some will argue and say, well, that's on the defense. Defense is just as terrible. No. Because you got to factor in that on defense, they're trying new things. And you can't take practice. We're talking about practice, not a game, practice, as the end-all be-all, ladies and gentlemen. But you can take these practices on looking at the individual cues and saying, okay, David Durden, oh, okay, he wasn't doing that last year. Schoonmaker, oh, he wasn't doing that last year. Oh, that play worked. Oh, that play didn't work. And that's what it's about. One of my last week star-studded highlighted guys, been Willie Harvey too, Jr., 55. Pay attention to him. Y'all pay attention to him. If it's a rotation, if you bring it in 55 after 18, after 50, after 13, shoot, I'm going to be real with y'all. Those boys can't get hurt. Because 55, he's licking his chops. It's one of those type of moments, right? So embrace this, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to talk about that. I would love to go over what my counterpart, my not nemesis, but this dude right here. Drake May is reportedly struggling at Patriots camp. And here's my 1,000% honest truth.
Drake May sounds like it's not going well in New England.
Listen to this right quick.
Michael Hawley, somebody I know, trust, and respect, he said, I went to recent practices. I wanted him to be Justin Herbert and Josh Allen because those were the comps. But what I saw was the ghost of Mac Jones.
I wanted to let you guys know that even the guy that he said that he want those boys to be, they're not even accomplished. Herberts, Josh Allen, to the degree of lifting up that Lombardi trophy, right? And I want to say this for those who bang on the table for these young quarterbacks to think that they can walk on water. just because they did XYZ things in college. To a degree, for every Josh Allen, there is a Josh Rosen, right? And I call him Josh Frozen. So what I'm trying to tell y'all, be careful. Y'all couldn't hear it? Yeah, good. That's what he was saying, basically, if y'all couldn't hear it. But neither here nor there. I gotta bounce up out of here. There will be more and more content out there in the beautiful state of California, in the city of Oxnard. As they say, stand tall or not at all. Get your mindset together. Don't be those fickle fans who say, yeah, I'll roll with you. I'll ride with you when you're winning. And ask yourself, I'll weather silver and blue only when we on top of things. But what happened when we down in the dirt? What happened when we are in the darkness? Right? But law has been since 95, 96. I don't want to support this team no more, law. Well, people really do support salvation. People really do support the Creator. People really think that, hey, He's coming back tomorrow. The end times is near. And verily, verily, I say to you all that happened over 2,000 years ago. And there's people right now, and I know that you wasn't born 2,000 years ago, and you still keep the faith. You still serve. You still worship. You still stand tall and not at all. Come on. So, Jerry Jones said he was born 3,000 years ago. I believe you too. That Bohemian Grove ritual. Listen, Jerry, baby. So what I'm telling you guys, where's your heart at? Where's your mindset at? Do it goes with the wind? Do it tilts with the losses? Are you fickle to say, well, I only reach in my pocket with the silver and blue on when it's things that I want, right? I only praise even the Creator when I get the good job, or when I get the payment, when I get the knock on the door and there's somebody giving me gifts. But what about the tough times? Are you still praying? What about the dark days? Are you still worshiping? Or what about the times when you don't know? When things are going to happen for you, right? What about the times when you lose someone that you love, that you know that that's all that they did was able to be a good person, and now they're gone? What about those times, huh? We riding with the reels until the wheels fall off, yeah. And I'm to the point, ladies and gentlemen, if the wheels fall off of this thing, I'm trying to put them back on. I'm trying to get it together. And I said, baby, some motion is better than no motion. So we rolling, baby. Even on a rocky road. Even when the enemies and everybody else laughing and scoffing at you. I saw a guy on a bike. Ooh, let me rewind a little bit. I saw a guy on a bike, and he was on his race. And he was at the back of the line. And he was going as fast as he could. And he never could catch up with him. And he came up with an idea. And what he did was he started to plank on the bike, meaning that he stretched out and leaned forward on the bike. And before you know it, he passed one bike. He passed another bike. He passed another bike. He passed another bike. He passed another bike. So by him laying flat in a plank position, it seems as if though his aerodynamic self was able to cruise all the way into the front of the line. What happened? What changed? Mindset. Thinking smart. Not giving up. And the other guy, you should see it, man. I'm going to try to find a video one day. And the other guy, he saw him passing. And he just got to turning. He just got to turning. He couldn't catch him. You'll say, what if he gave up? What if he folded? What if he said, man, I'm done with these bikes, man? No, you got to keep pushing. You got to keep moving. T. Jack said true story. Physics, yeah. And a whole bunch of other things. But it's mindset. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold or poverty or the famish or the fame or the sickness of your body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, you will get it. Baby, I'm out. I'm about. Peace.
Give me my theme music.
I just wanna run it up. Can we check or something?
If we offended anyone, charge it to our head, not our heart. We out. Peace.
I've been really in the